Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to break up the habit of just putting up stream VODs. I have to admit, I haven't had a whole lot of much of anything to do, really. I mean, I'm kind of just playing the things that I've covered on this channel 1,000 times over. So I decided to take a risk, and I went ahead and bought Galak-Z. I have to admit, my first impression of the game wasn't that great. It's got a pretty steep learning curve. There are a couple things that are really odd about this game that kind of go against what you would expect in a roguelike. You have two difficulties here. You have arcade and rogue mode. Arcade mode is pretty standard. You know, you die, you get sent back to the beginning, old school style. Rogue mode is basically every 5 levels or every season, if you die, you get sent all the way back to the beginning. The only persistent upgrades in this game are if you get enough blueprints, then you will unlock something permanently in the shop, and that will persist throughout playthroughs, throughout seasons. Once you finish a season, the only thing that you get to keep, I guess I'll show you the screen here. The only thing you get to keep are your crash coins, and the crash coins will give you a bunch of money on the next episode.
I drank my...
So I think this is it's not the easiest game to get into, and it takes a while before you feel powerful. I think one of the really odd things about this game is that you know, you get powerful for all of 2 levels. As you can see, I'm at the end of episode 3 here. I have this level and one other, and I'm gonna lose all this stuff basically. But the things that you see here are things that I've permanently unlocked just through playing the game. So I guess at some point, you know, if you play this enough and you get enough crash coins, you'll be able to make a build really fast, which is pretty cool. You don't really get to do that often in roguelikes. You know, most of the time, you know, you play stuff like Isaac. You know, sometimes you'll unlock a starting item for a character or something like that. Or in 20XX, you know, they have the casual mode where you can use your unlocked passive items and you can create a small little supplemental build. I imagine if I keep playing this, which I probably will because next month looks pretty barren, you'll probably be able to make a pretty nice little build right from the start. Right now, I mainly use the mech mode, so I've pretty much just been getting supplemental passive bonuses, like more missiles, faster boost speed, and stuff like that. Let me go ahead and buy some things. I don't think I'm going to play through a whole level because I have a pretty high chance of dying, but I will explain what's going on at least. Let's see here. At this point, you get your different upgrades, and you can choose which one you want. If you get something in a mission, then it will automatically equip it, but you will not have it unlocked permanently. It took me a while to understand that. I finished the first season, which I'd say about half of it is a tutorial, and I couldn't figure out where the hell all my stuff was. And basically, if you pick it up on the mission, you get it for that season. If you get the blueprints, and you get all the blueprints, and it will say that the item is unlocked, and that means that you can use it at the beginning of the season. This game's really confusing. I wasn't able to find any information on this game at all. I can't imagine that it sold too well, or at the very least it didn't really build a community. The Steam, forum has no guides at all. There's a couple people just posting some casual gameplay. There's only 8 pages of threads on there. I haven't really had any technical issues. Sometimes I've had stuttering, which I haven't really been experiencing in many other games ever since I got my computer fixed, so I'm pretty sure it's the game. Otherwise it's a pretty solid port. Let me get into the game here. This would probably be a pretty fun game to speedrun, but it would be pretty much like speedrunning Isaac. You would have to unlock all your items before you could really make something decent.
I say we push on.
So you have your laser. The controls are pretty awkward. They take some getting used to. You have a booster, you have a normal speed. You have this in ship mode, which is kind of like a dodge. Very similar to how it is in Bayonetta. You get a large amount of invincibility. You can go over ships. You can go over projectiles and stuff like that. The really juicy thing you can do is you can transform into a Gundam. This is my favorite mode, pretty much, because it's a melee attack, centric build. You can do grapples. You grab onto this asteroid here. Very similar to a beat 'em up. You can grab something, get a quick combo, and throw it away. You can do a charge slash. You have a shield. The shield actually has a parry. If you fight something melee and you hit them before they attack you, you will get a free charge slash. The charge slash has a really high chance of stunning something, which I imagine, I haven't completely finished the game yet. I've got another season to go. If you built a mech-centric build, I could see it being pretty game-breaking. Let me see if I can find something to fight here, and hopefully I won't die.
Outsider here! Shields out! Damn raiders! I'm getting attacked by a madman! Hey! Psycho, get off me! Slow me down.
The combat is pretty fast, but I find it pretty hard to play this game like really fast and recklessly because the enemies are actually really smart. Apparently, there's like some kind of special AI algorithm or something in this game. They are pretty smart. They have a pretty small sight range, but if you shoot something, they will chase you. They are pretty smart. I hear on the harder difficulties, they use the obstacles against you and stuff like that. The game is really fun. I just feel like starting it is really hard. I'd say it's even harder than something like Isaac, where you start off with no items and the amount of options you have are limited. Here it's like you get options, but you lose them at the beginning of every episode. I find it to be a really odd change. I don't know, maybe they'll put out DLC or something where you can at least keep some of your upgrades. Basically, the only thing that you can keep are the things that you get from your blueprints, and then you can use those at the beginning of any run. So I could see this game being pretty grindy. I'm a little over halfway through it. Actually about 75% of the way through it, and I have a really small amount of upgrades that I can actually carry over into the next season or a new run because I haven't unlocked that many blueprints. So I think playing this at the start, you're not really going to be able to speedrun it. You're going to have to take your time. It's going to have a really slow, methodical pace, but once you unlock everything, I could see, if you get enough crash coins, you could probably make a really nice build right from the start and have some fun. But that's pretty common of any roguelike. I think people are a little too harsh on the criticism of the way that the mechanics work in this game. Pretty much every roguelike is like that. I mean, 20XX, you have to realize the footage that you see of me doing that is with the full item pool unlocked. When you start off, you don't have a double jump. You don't have probably 80 or 90% of those items. At the beginning you have so few options. The difference is that it takes a lot less time to unlock things in 20XX than it does here. I'm about 75% of the way through, and I've gotten some really cool upgrades through episodes, but I haven't been able to keep any of them. I don't know what I'm going to do with this game. I think I'm going to do the majority of this just going to be either on stream or off stream. Maybe if I get another couple upgrades, I can do some more videos for you guys. Overall, I recommend the game, being that I'm pretty much probably going to finish it tonight. It is fun. It's just got a steep learning curve. The controls definitely take some getting used to. It's definitely goes against some conventions that you expect from a roguelike. You can play through this game in one sitting, but the only thing you're going to be able to keep is the things from the blueprints. It really confused me at first. I really don't know why this game doesn't have a community. I mean, it's I like the art style. I like how it really has a pretty strong homage to old school 80s giant robot anime and stuff like that. The script is pretty funny. I like the voices. The gameplay is fun too. It's just I can see it being pretty grindy. I died a lot at the beginning, but now even when I start a new season, I'm not dying as much because I've gotten the hang of the controls. It's definitely more skill based than a lot of other roguelikes where you can reset, like people who speedrun Isaac, they reset until they get one of the best items and go off that. But you can't really do that here. You're pretty much going to have to work really hard to get anything to supplement your build at all, and then go off that. Anyway, let me know if you guys want to see more. Peace.